Hi, Tony. We're going to start you off with Roman from ESPN. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Loud and clear.
Thank you.
No worries.
Tony, we're asking all the fighters what it's been like so far since you guys have gotten down there. Have you noticed any differences other than like the other fighters were like, yeah, other than sticking a swab up our nose as soon as we got to the hotel? I was just wondering what your experience has been like so far since you arrived.
Pretty cool, man. I get to wear a cool little mask like this, like Sub-Zero and, obviously like Scorpion, they give me some. So it's not bad, man. It's kind of quiet. The same mental thing is still there. We're focused. We're here for UFC 249.
Sure, your mentality is still there. It's the same, but have you noticed like your surroundings being different? I think somebody described it as being like deserted or something like that, that, you could tell like something's a little bit different.
No, absolutely not. I don't feel any more different. Myself, I always went to and from work. Obviously, nothing has changed. I've been more on top of my strength and conditioning, and even here, I'm not paying attention to anything else besides smiling and making sure that people understand that we're here for everybody else, man. We're true athletes, and we're going to make shit happen this weekend.
Cool. Thank you.
Problem.
Next up, we will have Caroline Pierce from BT Sport.
Hey, Carolyn, can you move your eyebrows like this?
Like that. Looking good, Tony. Look, I got to ask you, having done your weigh-in a couple of weeks ago now and just now being a day away from weighing in for the real thing, is there a part of you that's feeling any effects from that self-imposed weight cut, if you like?
No, absolutely not. I'm used to just following through with what I say. Obviously, hold on real quick. Shit up. No, man, I'm going to be real with the weight cut. It was very nice to be able to do that a pre-cut, prepared mentally. And it was nice to be able to do something without anybody jocking my style. It was cool. Nobody else in the world was doing that. So on the 18th, we saved sports and we kept it going. And we obviously parlayed that for UFC 249.
You obviously have the change in opponent, but with the fight then being put back a little bit further, you had more time to prepare for Justin Gaethje. We know that you prepare for several guys at once. You're not just focused on one person, but are there any particular tweaks or changes that you're making specifically for Justin?
Absolutely not. I'm not worried about what they're doing. I watched a lot of film. He's got a lot of holes in his game. I'm a veteran in the sport. I got 12 wins in a row only because I lost to Michael Johnson. No, I'm not planning on losing anytime soon. My work ethic speaks for itself. And I'm an ultimate fighter winner, man. In order to be the best, you have to beat everybody. It's a round-robin tournament. Justin Gaethje's next.
And he specifically requested an elbow breaks his nose so that the UFC can pay for his surgery and he can breathe through that nose again. Are you willing to oblige?
No, absolutely not. He just doesn't want me to punch him in the stomach. That's that.
Do you think that's a deferring strategy to get you to sort of not do what he's asking for?
No, man. Obviously, I have nothing against the kid. He's awesome, man. He's got the human highlight for his nickname for a reason. It's a tough game opponent, man. But the guys that he fought, he got my leftovers. And he went over there and he finished them, but they were already broken. Anytime I ever fought an opponent, they just break mentally and physically and spiritually. They just can't handle inside that octagon. Gaethje's not going to be anything different from these guys. I'm not going to hold back. Punches, knees, kicks, and elbows. I'm bringing out the blades for this fight.
Yeah, we know you have many different ways in which you can win this fight, though. But what would be the most satisfying way to get your hand raised?
You know what? Anytime I called it out, it usually happened. I'm not going to call it out right now. I'm not going to worry about what anybody else thinks. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to do my thing, and we have 5 rounds. So if he pisses me off, he'll go all 5. But if not, we'll see how it happens.
This is for the interim title. I need a chance for you to get that interim belt back. But you're calling this the real title. You're not seeing this as an interim belt. Is that correct?
Absolutely not. The casuals would think that, and that's something I've give fair play. And obviously, I made that up. But my hardcore understand exactly that I do have the belt. I shouldn't have been stripped. You got good old meathead, fucking fathead Khabib. He didn't want to fight. He ran away like a dog with his tail between his legs. Same thing with Conor. I'm going to be next. I'm going to be next is what everybody said, but where the fuck are they at? Obviously, they're back home and trying to quarantine. Obviously, we're here crushing quarantine.
I'd be remiss not to ask you, do you think this fight with Khabib will ever happen?
I don't give a shit. To me, that guy doesn't even exist. The fight that's going to happen is at UFC 249. It's going to be on pay-per-view or ESPN Plus, and it's going to be amazing, man. So make sure you guys buy it and keep that social distancing by high-fiving and giving each other hugs.
Thank you so much, Tony.
Worries.
Next, we have Heidi Fang Devine from Las Vegas Review-Journal. Heidi, you've been unmuted.
Yeah. Okay, so Tony, just what was the process like for you just into Florida and just making the trip out there? Like, how has been like, with the different circumstances around the world trying to get there?
It was cool, man. I'm gonna be real. I still have my same crew. If anything, I made it a little bit bigger. I brought them out here. And as far as expenses and everything else, it's the same exact thing, man. Nothing else has changed for myself. Obviously, it's a little bit more quiet, and obviously, we don't have any fans. But to me, this reminds me of being in Vegas for the Ultimate Fighter tournament. And,
you said Habib doesn't matter to you. So if you should come out victorious, is there anybody else that's on your radar?
Hold on, lady. I'm still talking. I'm going to be real.
Oh, sorry. Couldn't hear.
That's cool. The only reason that everything else is like this is the only reason we're fighting is for the fans. So nothing else is changing. If anything else, my game's more serious.
And just about Habib, if you can't fight him, who else is on your radar as defending the title for, if you should win it come Saturday?
Who?
If you should take the interim belt.
Just kidding.
I got you.
It's not an interim belt. I have another belt, but I like to collect trophies. I got a whole bunch of medals from back in the day, and that's from a three-sport athlete. I do the exact same thing. I'm not worried about a piece of hardware. You know what I mean? It's more than a paperweight, but I have the real title. He's just got, I don't know what the hell he's got. I just told him to sit it down and walk away, whatever he has. And like I said, these two, we don't exist to me right now.
All right. Thank you, Tony.
Next up, we have Carlos Contreras. Carlos, you've been unmuted.
Hi, Tony.
Yo, what's up, Carlos?
Hey, what's up? I mean, we're really close to Cinco de Mayo, and we're having three Mexican Americans on the two championship fights. What does it tell for you or the importance of Mexican Americans or Mexican fighters in this sport?
Sí, nosotros están listos. Estoy listo para este fin de semana, y I'm ready. Doesn't matter if there's Latinos on this card or not. I'm true Mexican, and I'm going to go out there and represent my country as America, made with Mexican parts.
But if you see your style, the fact that you always come in front and exchanging, one would say that you have this Mexican style of boxing when you're standing up, right?
I like to dance a little bit, and obviously when you're having a good time at the barbecues and you hear good music and you're doing the right thing. I just hope the fans do the same thing, that they get the rhythm back in their lives and they feel like sports is back. We're bringing it back. UFC 249 this weekend.
Justin seems like this perfect dance partner for what you were saying, right? Like he likes to exchange, and I mean, it's going to be a big stage for you, for the Tony Ferguson persona. Like the people that are eager to watch sports are going to see this amazing fight that, like Dana was saying yesterday. I mean, it's not. There's no possibility for this not to be a good fight.
No, absolutely not. We're scheduled for 5 rounds, but like I said before, if he pisses me off, we'll take him to deep waters. The dude's an awesome guy. I mean, I have no guff against him. He's a team opponent. They call him the human highlight for a reason. And we're going to go out there, and every fight that we always had, it's going to be fight of the night. I have no doubt in my mind that Dana was right.
Thank you, Tony.
No worries, sir.
Next up, we have Andrew Whitelaw.
Andrew, you there?
Hey, mate.
What's up, Andrew? How you doing?
Hello, mate. How you doing? I was wondering if you feel appreciated for everything you do in the octagon. A lot of hype around this one. A lot of talk about how entertaining you and Justin are. Do you feel appreciated?
Absolutely, I feel appreciated, man. I'm going to be real. As soon as I talked to the UFC brass, they told him I'm a badass motherfucker, and they told me, you know what, I stand up for the company, and I'm a company man. Teamwork makes the dream work. So I'm just happy to be a part of it and then be back with my crew, which is the UFC, man. I love seeing the familiar faces, and it's an honor to be here and be in the main event.
Your record is impressive. You've beaten some of the best. Do you think a lot about your legacy in the sport, and what does a big win over Justin do for that legacy?
I don't have any legacy. I don't fight for legacy. I fight for my faith, family, and friends. I mean, I can give a shit who's going to put in front of me. I'm the ultimate fighter, and it's a tournament. You're going to be the best. You have to beat the best, and I said that since day one. Casuals and the hardcore obviously know that.
Have you planned out what you want to get done this year, or is it a bit difficult with everything that's going on?
No, man, I've been preparing since September for Khabib, and then when that stuff fell out, I still made weight on the 18th. Not one other fighter opted to do that same thing. They're like, why? But people that ask why, like I said, they don't understand the game. They don't understand the professionalism. I'm a champion. When I sign on dotted line for something like that, I get committed to that thing. And we got a new game opponent for May 9th. And like I said before, Khabib and McNuggets, they don't exist to me. The only person right now that really matters, Justin Gaethje, UFC 249 this weekend.
David Goggins was giving you a massive shout out for making that weight and testament to your character. How important is it to you that you did that?
I'm going to be real. It doesn't matter who gives me props, but David Goggins is obviously a savage. And one thing he says is stay hard. That's how we train. That's how we prepare. And that's how I fight, man. We're always like that. David Goggins, awesome.
Thank you, mate.
Next, we'll have Leslie Wilson Jr. from Golf News. Leslie, you've been on.
Oh, what's up, Leslie? How you doing?
I'm good, Tony. Listen, first of all, I want to ask you, I'm from India. I work in Dubai. I have a lot of Mexicano friends who I work with, and I know how tough you guys are. But having said that, there are two words that was always intrigued me. I'm curious about fear and pain. It's something that I felt all my life. But you guys don't seem to understand how to spell these words. What's the psyche about fear and pain that doesn't exist in your mind?
Can you repeat the question, sir?
Yeah, I said, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I just didn't really understand what you were saying.
Okay. Sorry about Tony. Yeah, I said, I'm from India. I work in Dubai.
Nice.
Beg your pardon?
Yes, I can. I can hear you now.
Okay. I'm from India. I work in Dubai. And some of my best friends are from Mexico, Mexicanos. So I know how tough you guys are. But you know something? I've always been intrigued by two words. I mean, natural emotions that I have, which are fear and pain. But it's something that you fighters don't know exists. What is it with you with lack of fear, the lack of pain? Were you born with that?
Obviously, I was born with that. Obviously, I'm going to be real. It doesn't matter what race anybody is. If you're a tough athlete and you go out there and you give it your best, you're gonna go out there and just how if you competed when you were little, man. It's if you ran away or did you go back towards the storm. In this fight and even all my life, I never ran away. I'm a defensive back. I was always cracking heads and making sure I made those tackles. If the offense couldn't score points, the defense, we were intercepting, blocking punts, and blocking field goals. We're doing everything we can. Goal line, baby. We go out there and we get that W. As far as being Mexican, Latino, it's awesome, man. I'm American made with Mexican parts. Tough as fuck.
Tony, with all due respect to Justin, this wasn't the fight you really wanted. Obviously, you wanted Khabib at one point of time.
Man, I didn't want the Khabib fight.
It didn't work out.
Somebody, I'm going to be real. Why do I want to fight somebody?
Prior to this.
I'm going to be real. I don't want to fight somebody.
I'm just looking backwards. Yeah. But the fact that you've got Justin in front of you now, has this in any way affected the way you train, the intensity with which you've been bringing to the gym every day? Nothing's changed?
No, absolutely not. I made weight on the 18th. Nobody else made weight. Like I said, that dude didn't show up, man. He ran away. He got scared. You could have stayed here. You could have trained. The fights were going to be north, and then they were going to be somewhere else. He didn't have it up here. The dude didn't want to make weight. I called him out again. Nah. Like I said, that dude doesn't matter anymore. You know what? That hat, you can throw it away with your belt.
Yeah. Listen, we've got a lot of Mexicans living in Dubai, and we're all going to be watching the fight together. Any shout-out for guys in Dubai who are big fans of yours, Tony?
Así a nosotros están listos para este fin de semana y si a nosotros están suerte para pelear este fin de semana. It means basically we're very lucky to be able to fight this weekend. And it's very fortunate to have sports back, man. And I'm very honored to be the main event. And undercard is going to be awesome, man. You can't really call it an undercard. The whole entire card is going to be awesome. And everybody needs to buy that UFC 249 event.
Thank you, Tony. God bless you.
Thank you. Stay safe.
Okay. Last question will go to Fabricio Sosa from Clarin.com. Mauricio, you're unmuted.
Fabricio, what's good, man?
It's been many years. Sorry for my bad English first.
No, man, you're cool, man. Enjoy it. Let's go.
It's been many years since your defeat to Michael Johnson. Is the winning streak an special motivation for you?
Nah, I really don't think so. I stopped paying attention to that a long time ago. When I get done taking a shower, usually I'll leave a message either for my wife, or what I'll do is the same thing that I started since Ultimate Fighter. I always put like be sharp or be on point is what I say. Or be phenomenally inspirational, or do something like that. I'll write focus one way and I write focus on the off of it, and I do something else and I point. I do it 16 and 1 with an arrow with the 17 and 1. I don't pay attention to anything else besides the next fight. As far as a win streak goes, I can give two fucks about it. I'm going to be real. Only thing I care about is going out there, giving my best, and try to get that W. Win or lose, I'm going to walk away like a man. And that's how you are an athlete, a true athlete.
Okay. Justin Gaethje is a good striker, but also a good wrestler. What is your strategy you propose?
I'm going to be real. I'm a 2-time All-American. I'm a national champ. I'm a state champion and 3-time All-State in wrestling. As far as football goes, we were state champs and we were runner-up at state for baseball. I'm a mechanic. Like as far as like my body, I'm a mechanic, man. So if something's wrong, I'm going to fix it. But this whole entire camp, we've been preparing since November. Multiple training. I've increased. Everybody think I was training like 5 to 6 hours. No, I don't think so, man. More like 12. I put in my time. I always make sure that everything else is running right. And like I said, it doesn't matter who you put in front of me. But this weekend is Justin Gaethje, the highlight. My name is Tony Ferguson at UFC 249. You're gonna expect fireworks, just like Dana White said.
And Tony, the last one. What do you know about Argentina? You know, a fighter and everything.
Justin Gaethje, the highlight. My name is Tony Ferguson at UFC 249. You're gonna expect fireworks, just like Dana White said.
What happened here? What happened? What do you know about Argentina?
What are you talking about? Say the question one more time.
Yes, I say, what do you know about Argentina?
Argentina's awesome, man. Latinos, man. It's going to be awesome. Like, I'm going to be real. I can't wait to visit the country. I hear the food's amazing. And obviously, I'd like to visit the world more. And that'd be one of the stops I'd like to come and see.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, Tony.
Cool. All good?
Just a reminder for our media, if you don't have a question, please unclick your hand icon again so that we know who has questions or not.